Good morning. My name is Ahn, a member of New Life Fellowship. And in about a month, I'll be moving to Beijing, China to do missions work in North Korea. I've been asked to share about why I'm going, and so why am I going? Because I believe that missions and evangelism is an integral, vital, important part of following Jesus. You see, Jesus himself was missional. In Luke 15, Jesus is seen hanging out with sinners, and the religious people of the time started to grumble about this. Then Jesus began to tell them three parables. The first parable about a man with 100 sheep who loses one and goes to find it, leaving behind the rest. The second parable is about a woman who has 10 coins, loses one, and searches for it. The third parable is about a man with 2 sons. The younger son asks his father for his inheritance and goes away to live recklessly. We've all grown up listening to this story, and so we know that the younger son eventually returns home to be surprised by the father's embrace. We also know that the older son becomes upset because he feels that he's never received anything from the father for all his years of obedience. In all three parables, something is lost: a sheep, a coin, a son. And in all three parables, when that which was lost is found, there is much rejoicing. In the first 2 parables, there is someone who goes and searches for that which was lost. But in the third parable, there is not. There was a time when I related more with the younger son, but then something shifted and I began relating more with the older son. I am the eldest of 3 brothers. When I was younger, my parents would discipline me when I misbehaved. But then in their old age, when my youngest brother misbehaves, they now expect me to talk to him. Likewise, it would have been the older brother's duty to go search for the younger brother in this parable of the prodigal son, but he does not. I realized that I was being like the older brother, knowing that there are people out there, sons and daughters of God, who are lost, but I wasn't doing anything about it. I believe that Jesus told these 3 parables to the grumbling religious people to show that he came in search for the lost. As a follower of Jesus, I no longer want to be like the older son, but I want to be like Jesus and go search for the lost. I believe that I've been called to overseas missions, but I also believe that God is calling all of us to missions. Above our church front door, there's a statement that says that we are now entering the mission field. I love this statement. You don't have to go overseas to do missions, but you can do it here, in your schools, in your workplaces, in your neighborhoods, in your families. I pray that we would be a people who don't live for ourselves, but we live for the glory of God. I pray that we would be a people who don't live for things that are temporary, but live for things that are eternal.